Hey YouTube, today I got a 2019 Ford Transit cargo van. I'm moving at the moment, so I got a U-Haul. I wanted to just show you guys a little bit of a walk around video about this cargo van to show you how it is. You got some Arizona plates right there. So this is the basic trim. It does come with the hubcaps. Do have the hubcaps on it. It is a U-Haul, but I find it surprisingly practical with everything. It's got an okay normal cargo van type of look to it. It's okay. We're gonna try to step inside. Got a little bit of a step here, a little bit of a high sitting position on the van. That further illustrates into a better driving position, and you can see very well to it. Let's start the car up. 90 degrees here in Florida. So this is a 2019 model Ford Transit van. It's a base model. So it does have just the regular necessity type of items. You got your cruise control here. You got your controls to control the trip computer. And if you toggle, it's going to show you your miles for the cruise control. You got your temperature for the outside. Average miles per gallon, 15 miles to the gallon. The time the engine's been on. Trip computer, distance to empty. And all that, you got decent stuff going on. 15,135 miles on it. So this does have Ford's 3.7 dual overhead cam V6. It's a ubiquitous engine that Ford's been using all the time on a lot of their lineups. So this one puts out about 260 horsepower, and it's got over 270 pound-feet of torque. It does a very decent job pulling this heavy van. In fact, it does have a decent power, actually a little better than average for a cargo van. The transmission likes to make sure the engine redline, so that's really nice. Got some hard materials on the door here. The door has a very different type of setup. You can put your hand easily here, but you have a very tall window, a nice wide window, so you can see very well outside. No blind spots. Same thing on the other side. Your mirrors are appropriately sized for the van. Bottom one is the blind spot monitor. Not the blind spot monitor, excuse me. This one doesn't have that feature, but that's the blind spot mirror. That's the regular mirror, blind spot mirror, regular mirror. Very, very well. You can see very well throughout. You got cup holder up there. You got a coin holder / cup holder on the bottom there. You can put some stuff in there too. You got a bottle holder on the bottom there. You got 2 cup holders right there. A cup holder on that side and also on the door. You got an aux unit right there. Aux connectivity on this radio, which is an AM/FM radio. Doesn't have a CD player. It's not the time anymore for that. So as long as they're considerate and gave you an aux, which is very nice. You got your power front 2 window controls. Power mirrors right there. You can adjust it. Very easy setup to do that. You got your light controls right there. You got your traction control. They're all our standard on this. The stalks right there. You got your wiper stalks on this side. You got your turn signals and high beam. On your gauge though, you do have a very crisp display. You got your tach right there. Speedometer, everything is very clear. You got your analog gauges for the coolant and the fuel, which is also good. Decent display. Nice. This windshield is very, very wide and very tall, so it makes a very commanding view outward. The visibility is excellent on this. You can see everything on this car. If you have an accident with this car though, be surprising how, because you can see everything very well, very easy to drive. The steering wheel is very light in parking lot speeds. Turning radius is a little bit high, a little over 55 feet, but that's kind of expected of a very long and big cargo van. You got your 6-speed automatic transmission right there with the manual capabilities right there. You can put it in manual mode right there, and you can adjust the shift points on the 6-speed transmission. You got your 12-volt outlet right there, and also one right there. Basic single zone AC and heater, everything right there for the climate control. You got very decent deep glove box, nice. The seats have this cheap type of fabric, in my opinion. I guess it's meant to be durable. Parking brake right there. Whatever, this might be tools and spare tire tools and stuff like that. Couple of gripes I have about the car. This transmission right here, nothing wrong with the transmission, but it's mostly how you change the gear like that. It's easy to overshoot drive. You usually find yourself in manual, like you see right there, and then same thing with the reverse. You find yourself in neutral if you're not careful. There should be a better display right here to show you, or maybe these should light up so it can show you exactly what gear you're in. This is a little bit of a hard to see there. This kind of, all this P, R, and D, everything is smushed together. It makes it kind of hard to make out exactly what gear you're in. And then the other thing is, when you do find yourself in manual mode, the car's not going to get out of first gear because it's in manual mode, and it expects you to change the gear via this button right here. It's kind of annoying, you know. You at a traffic light and you put it in park because it's a long light, which is the case here in Florida. And you put it in drive, the light turns green and you put it in drive real quick and you try to go. The car won't go faster than 20 miles an hour because it's stuck in the first gear. So, and then the engine will redline and you won't go anywhere, which is not a good thing. So a little bit better on the design right there would be nice. Now on the bottom though, the pedals, I got a little bit of a gripe with this brake pedal. It's kind of too much towards me. It should be a little bit down. So I'm pushing my gas and it's perfect. It seems normal, but then I expected the brake to be right there, but I have to instead arch my leg towards myself and push the brakes. Kind of a weird position for the brake pedal, right? I would say it's too far up. It should be a little bit back. It should be same like the gas pedal right there, so I don't have to be too, like every time I catch myself, I catch my shoe like that. I'm driving and then I have to push the brake and I usually catch my shoe like that, which is not a good thing. That's why I usually like to practice following distance and driving very defensively, so I'm usually okay on that part. But sometimes people like to tell, and if somebody's like that driving this, you won't react in time and you might rear end somebody. I know a friend like that too. You got decent storage right here too. Now I'm going to show you guys the back side, which is what the most important thing about a cargo van is. So this one has no sliding door on this side, but you do have a sliding door on the other side. It's a manual sliding door. As you can see, this is 9 foot height, so you can probably fit something to accommodate a 1-bedroom house or apartment. You got a screen right here that protects you from items in the back while you're driving around, so nothing will fly at you and hit you in your face while you're making a sharp turn. Very decent loading space. You got some steps right here. You can climb into the van. Got nice LED lights on the top right there. Makes your illumination very, very bright. I wish this had another door on that side, but it's okay. So, and then it's got a dual open like that. It'll open like this. 2 opening doors. That's the release for this one. You got a locking mechanism for both of the doors, color coded for the U-Haul people. As you can see, very, very nice, 9 feet, and the width is pretty good too. I don't know if this comes installed with this or it's probably an aftermarket thing by U-Haul. It protects things from going into the holes right there. The loading height is very good. Now this one does have a pretty decent backup camera, I would say. The position of the camera is very, very practical. You got some Arizona plates right there. You got some Arizona plates right there, mother. Listen to that. You got a running board right there. Fuel doors right here. I want to show you guys the backup camera that I like. As you can see, this is the base model, so you do not have a screen right there. The other models up, they're gonna have Bluetooth, they're gonna have a screen up here, and the camera is gonna be displayed on the screen. But this one has it displayed on your rear view mirror, which is pretty crisp, very nice. You shut up, you this and that. So you do have your trajectory lines, but they do not turn with the wheel, but it'll give you a very decent scope as far as how far you're backing up. So I do like that. Very crisp, you know, you can see it at any angles. I got a lot of sun out today. You can still see it quite well. Now I'm going to pop the hood so you guys can get a feel for that, how the engine looks. There's a little cubby here. Apparently it says you can't put a phone there. It looks like a phone holder. Got some wheel caps on the bullshit. Got the 3.7 V6, 260 horsepower, Duratec, dual overhead cam. Idling very smoothly. Half of the engine is towards the compartment, half of it is outside. It's got a different setup on that. It has a pretty decent pickup, you know. I like that. I mean, I don't want to be driving a real slow car. I mean, for being a van, I mean, I understand vans are not supposed to be quick by any means, but you don't want to sit in a dog though, and you know you're calculating how you want to try to jump on the on ramp or changing lanes, or that would be pretty risky. But this one, you don't have to feel that way. The engine, as you will see in my other next video, which shows the driving impressions of the car, it does get up and go. I'm not sure exactly what the times are for the 0 to 60, but judging by the way it drove, I would say it's 8.5 seconds, like around 0 to 60 miles an hour in 8.5 seconds, like in that time range, which is very respectable for the van. Got to be 8.2, 8.3 seconds to 60 miles an hour for being a big van like this. Very ideal. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to write them below. And there's more to come. Have a good one, guys. Excuse me.